You might know Joey Logano as a NASCAR king, but do you know that almost all his cars are from the Ford car company? In today's video, let's check out every amazing Ford vehicle in Logano's garage. Stay till the end as we've got some amazing wheelies coming your way. Let's take it from his most gorgeous ride, the Ford GT. Logano got his black Ford GT for a whooping $450,000, which is real expensive considering it's one of only 1,000 GT copies Ford planned to build. Believe me when I say this car is also really different from his Model T, which is way down our list. While all the Heritage Edition models came with the number 2 as a tribute to Ford's Le Mans victories, Logano made it real clear that he couldn't have his teammate's number, so he customized it with his signature number 22. Funny how this car was actually the 22nd copy ever built. Sitting pretty behind the driver is the 647 horsepower 3.5-liter twin-turbo V6 that drives this car, and it is mixed with a 7-speed Getrag transmission. With these, it goes up to 60 in just 3 seconds, topping off at a speed of over 216 miles an hour. On the inside, this car has everything Logano loves. For example, there's an all-digital instrument display in the dashboard, and the vehicle can run on 5 special driving modes: normal, wet, sport, track, and VMAX. There's also Ford's Sync 3 infotainment that comes with a 6.5-inch touchscreen, navigation, Apple CarPlay, and Android Auto. On the outside, Logano customized it with his personal number 22 badge drawn brightly on the body, and while some say he might have added more carbon fiber parts, we believe he actually didn't do so much. Priced at $450,000 before, Heritage Edition GTs have become really expensive today. Just for comparison, a similar Ford GT was sold at a Barrett-Jackson auction in Las Vegas, with the final sale price coming down to $1.54 million. Guess Logano made quite the investment. We're not gonna bore you, so please give us a like and hit the subscribe button. Also share and comment on the celebrity's garage you want us to do next. Car number 2, Logano's Mustang Mach 1. This car is a complete ground-up custom build he dubbed the Mach 22 after his NASCAR Cup number. This particular car originally came with a 351 Cleveland V8, but Logano had it changed to something entirely different. For a fact, there was a whole customization project just for this car. Let's talk about it. Logano had the engine changed to a supercharged 5-liter Coyote V8, and yes, it's the same engine found in modern Mustang GTs, but heavily modified. With its supercharger feature, it produces about 700 to 800 horsepower and 600 pounds-feet of torque with the supercharger setup. Besides this, Logano's customization team also added a few engine tech, including variable valve timing and direct fuel injection. No wonder it does an easy 150 miles per hour. Inside, Logano has a few features added. He had custom digital gauges replace the old analog cluster. Then there was a modern infotainment system with touchscreen and a premium sound system with amplified speakers. For comfort, his team also added custom leather seats with racing-style bolsters, and the dashboard got custom carbon fiber stylings and modern HVAC controls. Besides his number 22 replacing the traditional Mach 1 badges on the fenders and rear spoiler, the team didn't do so much on the exterior. While the exact price wasn't made public, a custom build of this car might cost upwards of $150,000 to $200,000 to complete. Everyone's gotta have a Fox Body Mustang. You either love them or you hate them, believe me. Logano's particular Fox body was built in 1980, and when it was released, it was actually a crazy obsession, especially with its lightweight frame and ability to be customized crazily. While Logano didn't exactly tell us about the exact build of his car, his supercharged Fox Body Mustang produces way more power and torque than normal models. Fox Body Mustangs with supercharger setups commonly reach up to 500 to 700 horsepower, with torque numbers reaching 500 to 600 pounds-feet. Now, a crazily built supercharged Fox body like Logano's could be worth between $40,000 to $80,000, though it depends on the amount of modifications done on the car. Inside, the car got a load of customizations. Custom gauges keep tabs of the car's boost pressure, engine temperatures, and performance details. The seats were also performance seats with really bolstering to keep Logano tethered to the ground. Outside, he added custom wheels, reduced the suspension, and fitted it all with huge tires. Paint and graphics customizations also showed Logano's love for style. Of course, there were other performance add-ons like the upgraded brakes, upped cooling systems, and a crazy aerodynamic package. NASCAR champion Logano built his Ford pickup truck in partnership with Snap-on Tools and Factory 5 Racing at his own workshop. This wasn't some weekend garage project either. Logano specifically wanted to create a Factory 5 drift truck that would do way better than his actual race car, and boy did he succeed. Under the hood sits the same engine that pushed Logano to his NASCAR victories, an 800 horsepower Ford Cup motor that was heavily modified. For example, the upper control arms were completely reworked for really extreme steering angles, which he needed for drifting, and the setup allowed for wild burnouts using knockoff tires from his Cup car. Inside, the cab-style car had a lot of extra space for driver and passenger, even during high-performance driving sessions. The dashboard came with race-style controls that were specifically calibrated for the Cup motor's performance, and Logano topped it off with professional racing seats. Factory 5's hot rod truck kits usually start at $15,000 to $20,000 for the basic package, but Logano's build with the NASCAR motor he added, the sequential transmission, and the crazy customizations could have pushed it well into six figures. When Joey Logano named his first son Hudson Joseph, he knew exactly what special gift he would hand him in the future. The NASCAR champion bought a rare Hudson pickup truck specifically for his eldest son, continuing something of a sweet family tradition where each child gets a vehicle matching their name. Wish my dad did that, but heck. Now the Hudson's huge commercial 6 straight 6 engine produces around 103 horsepower and over 260 pounds-feet of torque, with some Hudson engines reaching 170 horsepower with the twin H-Power dual carburetor setup. The vehicle runs on a 3-speed transmission with column shifter, usually made available with overdrive. Even if it's a truck, it does boast speeds up to 75 miles an hour, which isn't too bad. On the inside, the Hudson comes with the innovative AutoPoise front wheel suspension instead of standard truck suspension. Other unique tech include a cork-faced clutch running in oil, which is an unusual Hudson touch. These pickups are usually sold for between $42,000 to $72,000 at auction, though it could be up to $100,000 on auction. For Joey's oldest son, that's going to be quite the investment. Joey Logano's relationship with his number 22 Ford Mustang Darkhorse began when he joined Team Penske in 2013, eventually becoming the 3-time NASCAR Cup Series champion we know today. Logano competes in his 17th series season and his 13th year with Team Penske in 2025, making this Mustang his trusted companion through countless victories. While his personal collection includes over 35 Ford vehicles, his Cup car helped him secure championships in 2018, 2022, and 2024. Under the hood is a naturally aspirated 5.8-liter V8 engine that produces 670 target horsepower for most tracks, capable of reaching speeds over 200 miles per hour. It gets out about 500 pounds-feet of torque, allowing rapid acceleration from corner exits that separates winners from the usual. The cockpit uses some advanced safety tech, including a multi-point roll cage, carbon fiber steering wheel with integrated controls, and a digital dashboard displaying real-time info including tire temperatures, fuel consumption, and lap time. Communication systems connect Logano directly to his crew chief through noise-canceling headsets, while GPS tracking monitors every movement around the track. The racing seat is custom molded to his body specifications, with 6-point safety harnesses and fire suppression systems throughout the interior. Externally, the Mustang Darkhorse has Logano's signature Shell Pennzoil livery with aerodynamic mods like front splitters, rear spoilers, and side skirts that generate crucial downforce. The body panels are lightweight composites designed in wind tunnels, while the suspension features adjustable components, allowing fine-tuning for different track conditions. NASCAR Cup cars are owned by racing teams rather than individual drivers, so Logano's Mustang belongs to Team Penske, valued at approximately $200,000 to build. Joey Logano got his beloved 1961 Ford Econoline pickup at Charlotte Motor Speedway, where a security guard owned it. After some convincing, he talked the guard into selling it to him. Logano and his team wondered what to do with this unique truck, deciding against using it for typical pickup duties like hauling lumber. Instead, they transformed it into a family camping vehicle, installing a TV in the bed and creating a custom camper setup for family adventures. The Econoline came with Ford's inline-6 engine, producing 85 horsepower, paired with a 3-on-the-tree manual transmission. This cab-over design places the driver directly over the front axle, creating an unusual driving craze. Logano kept the original drivetrain, allowing the truck to cruise easy at 65 miles per hour on highways, though acceleration remains leisurely given its engine. Inside, Logano embraced the retro aesthetic with shaggy green carpet throughout the interior, creating what he calls a 70s hippie wagon vibe. The custom camper features modern entertainment systems, including AF flat screen TV, premium sound system, and family-friendly amenities for camping trips, blending vintage charm with contemporary convenience. While specific pricing details weren't made public, casual Econoline pickups go for $8,000 to $25,000 depending on condition and modifications, making Logano's custom camper conversion a valuable part to his impressive Ford collection. How Logano got his Ford Super Deluxe sedan is actually a really long story. You see, this particular car belonged to his father when Joey was still just a kid. About a decade later, Logano drove this exact same vehicle and bought it back home. Inside, the Super Deluxe has some real amazing items like a heater and AM radio that were actually luxurious for 1946. Factory accessories included a clock and radio, while the cabin materials, controls, and fittings still had that 1940s awesomeness. For engine, it used a flathead V8, producing 100 horsepower and 170 pounds-feet of torque. The V8 unit was the more powerful option available, reaching around 85 miles an hour on top speed. On the outside, the beautiful paint and chrome and stainless trim showed just how luxurious this car was meant to look. The four-door style was really elegant, kind of a welcome package from Ford after World War II. Current prices for the Ford Super Deluxe go for around $13,000 to $57,000, though this depends on the condition and restoration quality. High-quality restorations can cost over $60,000, making Logano's decision to repurchase his father's car a real financial deal. And finally, for the oldest car Logano owns, the Ford Model T. This vintage car sits pretty in his personal North Carolina shop, and he made sure to keep the car almost completely original. He didn't change one bit of the car, at least besides the tires. The Model T, though real old, runs on a 2.9-liter four-cylinder engine that gushes out 20 horsepower and 83 pounds-feet of torque. I know it's real small, but to Logano, I think it's just priceless. Speed-wise, it tops at 42 miles per hour, though Logano jokes that it feels like you're doing 140 when you're only going 30. Funny how the engine could only be turned on using a hand crank start system, though it worked on both gasoline, kerosene, and ethanol. On the inside, the Model T does really well too. Some models from this era used gray upholstery and were known as doctor's coupes. Let's not ask why. Anyway, the dashboard is totally mechanical with really simple gauges, and the famous 3-pedal system controls everything from brakes to reverse. Like I said, Logano made no modifications to his Model T. It still kept the usual black finish and wooden spoked wheels that gave it an American car look. Vintage design items include the exposed headlights, running boards, and the distinctive Model T silhouette. Well-maintained Model Ts sell for around $10,900, which is really small for a crazed American car. Despite only driving it about 10 miles, Logano really loves this one masterpiece. If you liked this, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button so we can update you on all our upcoming content. Also, comment what celebrity car collection you want us to do next. We'll catch you in the next one.